hello, and welcome to my first song. Um, Today is a really special class that I'm really excited to share with you guys. Um, Give it a second to load. All right, there we go. Okay, so tonight we are going to be writing our first song. Now I realize that we have some people in the room that have never written a song before. We have people in the room that have written a song before. And I'm just really excited for all of you to have this experience. Um, so let me start by sharing a little bit of like who this is for, right? You've got something to say and you keep writing on your journal. And you keep maybe singing a few melodies and trying, but never kind of seeing through the fact that you're a songwriter. Um, you've started hundreds of songs, but you've never finished one. And maybe you do want proof by the end of tonight that you are a songwriter, that what you have to say is worth it, and that there is a place for it as well. You know, we all have the narrative going on inside our minds that we aren't worthy somehow, that what we do and what we have to say isn't important, and it's not true. And I also want to share with you that I was once, untalented and highly insecure about my voice. I was tone deaf, which means I couldn't perceive pitch, and I was rhythm blind. Which means like whenever people would clap along in a show, in a concert to music, I couldn't feel rhythm in my body, and so I just didn't know how people clapped at the same time. Um, but I wrote songs, and every song I had lived in my bedroom, somewhere inside a journal, and somewhere inside of me, and not out in the world, right? I was always writing, I was always expressing myself in my journal, in the voice recordings on my phone, but never releasing the song and finishing it and producing it and getting it out there. And I just did the thing, you know? One day I decided, okay, I don't know how to be a singer. Like, I don't know how to sing in tune. I don't know how to like put together a band or sing with a band. I don't know how to like produce a song, but I think what I have to say is worth it. And I think it's valuable. And I feel like I have a interesting perspective that's worth sharing. And so I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna try. And everything clicked. I found a friend that did know how to write songs and did know how to sing in pitch that helped me write it. And then I found my friend who was really into film who helped me make the music video, and I found a band for it and a producer for it. And I saw it through, and it was really hard and it was really scary, and it was a very strange and unsettling process. And also I had a lot of learnings. My first song that I finished and released was called 21st Century Baby. And there's a beautiful, fantastic music video that you can check out if you want. It's on YouTube. So the seed to song method. This is the method that we're going to go through today. So first, we're just going to do a brain dump of whatever's going on internally. Then we're going to condense that brain dump into a single idea. And then we're going to write a verse. The verse is mostly going to tell the story of what we're trying to express. A chorus, and the chorus is like the main emotion, right? So in the verse, you tell the story of what's happening, and in the chorus, you say what you feel, how you're feeling. Then we're going to go through that again. So write another verse and another chorus. We're going to add melody to that, and then we're going to record a little demo. Okay? You ready? Let's freaking go. Okay, so like I shared in the previous slide, tonight's three activations are to find your story on your verse, find your feeling on the chorus, and find your voice when you add a melody to the song. But first, a brain dump. So let's make sure, do you have a journal and a pen with you? I'll give you guys like a few seconds to go find a journal and a pen so that you can write and have something to write on. Okay, amazing. So I'm just gonna give you 2 to 3 minutes for you to just write about whatever you're feeling with no filter. Like it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be coherent, doesn't have to make any sense. Just brain dump. Okay? Go. Start to wrap up the idea. Take your time, there's no rush. Okay, so now I want you to take a second and look at your brain dump. And I want you to find like a common thread. So what's like the main subject of what you're feeling right now? Kind of find maybe like 1 or 2 lines in your brain dump that represent what you just wrote about. Okay. And then that's the theme for your first song. Okay. So turn that idea into 2 to 3 sentences. So let's say, for example, you just did a brain dump and you identified that the main thing that you're experiencing is frustration because my projects aren't working. So write 2 to 3 sentences where you explain, like you were talking to someone, um, why that frustrates you. And like you develop that feeling a little bit. Okay. I'm going to give you like 30 seconds. Okay. So now that you've kind of narrowed down your brain dump into a concept, basically, we're going to get started on writing the verse, okay? So, the verse doesn't have to rhyme, but it's good that it's coherent, right? So this is we're going from writing freely to writing like we're writing a poem. Also, guys, like if you have any question throughout, just kind of leave me a message or feel free to raise your hand and we can address it, okay? So, take the story of your brain dump and the sentences that you narrowed down from it and write like a one verse. Let me give you an example. Let's take the theme that we were talking about, like frustration because my projects don't work. Um, you can write a verse that says something along the lines of, "I'm here in this mess. I don't understand it, but I'm willing to stay with it." Keep it super simple. Don't think too much about it, and just give me a few little beautiful lines, like you're writing a song, okay? Because you are. I'm gonna give you 3 minutes, and then we can check in about it. To write your first verse.
Which brings me to
All right, how are we doing? With the first verse. Do we need like a few more minutes or ready to move on? A few more minutes? Good? Okay. So let's continue. Now it's time to write a chorus. So the chorus is usually where the main emotion is portrayed, right? So if we were telling the story throughout the verse, in the chorus we express the emotion. And so for example, the frustration, like I was saying in the verse, I'm I'm frustrated, but I'm sticking through it pretty much. And then in my chorus, I'd be like, ah, you know, you just express the frustration. It's better to find words for it, but like you do you. If you just need to scream and do a screamo chorus, you can do that too. So I'm gonna give you guys a few more minutes to just work on your chorus. and find the words that would express your emotion the best. And there's no bound to what this is. It's gonna look very different for everybody. So take a few more minutes and write your chorus.
I messed up.
Okay, how's it going with the chorus? Talk to me. Good? Okay, cool. I see some thumbs up. Let's do it. So now the last step in the writing of like words is to write the verse two and the chorus two, right? So every song has, not every single song, but for right now, because this is our first song, we're doing like a traditional song structure. Um so I want you to just write, continue telling the story on verse two, and then re-emphasize the emotion on chorus two. Okay, and I'm going to give you the last few minutes to kind of write that second verse and then write that second chorus. Go ahead. Okay, so now that you have your verse 2 and your chorus 2, um, we are going to move on to adding a melody. Um, and so adding a melody can look different for everybody. Maybe if you already play an instrument and you're like a musical person, you can just invent one from scratch. One thing that I like to use when I look at my verse, I look at my chorus, and I don't know what melody to add to it, is a melody that you already know. So let's take like a pretty common song, like Eye of the Tiger, for example. It's the Eye of the Tiger, it's the da-na-na, catching on to the horizon. You can take that melody and add it to your words as a starting point. That's not going to be your final melody. It will change as you add it to your words. So let's say your chorus, your words are like, I'm frustrated, I don't know what to do about it. I'm frustrated. Okay, so you can go take the melody from a song that you already know, like Eye of the Tiger. I'm frustrated, I don't know what to do with it. I'm so frustrated. It kind of sounds like Eye of the Tiger. So that's your starting point. And then you change it and adapt it to your preference. So I'm frustrated. I don't know what to do with it. I'm frustrated. I just made that up on the spot. Um, but take your time. Pick a melody you already know. Use it as a starting point. It with your words and try adding a melody to it. Okay. And obviously, again, if you have any questions throughout the process, please don't hesitate to ask. The chat is open. You have to mute yourself and just let me know. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes and then we shall be ready. I'm gonna give you like 2 more minutes to add the melody to your words. So start kind of shaping the idea. Feel free to play around with different things as well. One more minute. And also remember, this is something you can always come back to, right? Like if you don't have the exact melody, nothing super final, so you can play around with it. You can continue exploring it. Um, and it's not that big a deal, is what I'm saying. Yes, Sarah. You didn't have a question? I thought you
Yes,
were okay. Okay,
I
I'm all ears. Go ahead.
uh, Could it be a song in Spanish also?
Yes, of course. You're free to do it in whatever language and style you want.
So my idea is choosing is to choose a song in this case in Spanish, but changing some part of the lyrics.
Okay, so you want to do it in both languages?
And not exactly. I
Okay,
know the only Spanish version.
okay, yeah, go ahead. You are the
You want
songwriter. You have the final choice in everything.
you want me to sing? Oh no.
Sure. Would you like to show me what you've been working on?
I have a song you might know. Is Brindaremos por ti by Maciel, but written by José Luis Perales. You know them?
Okay.
The song is like this. Brindaremos por ti, brindaremos por él, para que le vaya bien, y mañana verás que es mejor olvidar que llorar por un tonto ron.
Okay. Amazing. Hello, Annette. Welcome.
In order to avoid some copyright issues.
That's okay. Did you? But can you add your own words to it? Because that sounds like that's the exact song as it was. No.
You know this or not quite?
No. I'm asking.
Yeah. I was thinking in that song in particular because in order to add as a complement in my study that I'm working on.
Okay.
So why don't we choose this song but changing some lyrics, part of the lyrics to avoid copyright issue if this release on YouTube, I guess.
I mean, this workshop is to write your own song, right? So it's important that you don't take somebody else's song and call it your own.
ah,
We're
so
here to write your first song.
my ah, is this my
Yes.
first one?
Yeah,
This is
but
my
it
first.
has to be your song that you write.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to continue now.
Yes.
Okay. So now that we have written a verse, a chorus, a verse, another chorus, I invite you to record it so that after this class, you have like you have an actual product that you've created, which is so exciting. So grab your phone, hit record, and those words that you've been working on, that melody that you've been working on, sing it for your phone, and so that you have a voice note of your progress and it's actually documented. So I'm going to give you guys about 2 minutes to go ahead and record your song. And if you're watching the replay and for some reason I don't give you enough time, you can always just pause it and then come back to us. Okay. Pause me if you're still recording, still working on that recording. All right, let's continue. So, an hour ago, this song didn't even exist. And well, actually 40 minutes ago, because it's been a little shorter. And now you have your first song. It really was that simple. and maybe it's not finished, it's not, or maybe there's some little changes you want to go back and make to it. But the point is, you've taken a step and you've completed your first song, which is a very, 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 very big deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I can support you, if that's okay with you, in the next steps for your song. Um, because we have this recording, we have this first demo of your song, and what are the steps to record it, produce it, have a band behind it, and then share it and release it to the world? We have a 12-month container that is a beautiful, powerful experience that I've built from everything that I've learned being an independent artist, touring the world, playing live, making music, making songs, and everything that I'm actively doing in my day to day. I've put it into a journey that's 12 months long where I support you as an artist and we get to make music together. And you not only make music with me, but the goal is to take you from having that dream behind your eyes of being an artist, of releasing music, of playing shows, to being actively and consistently doing that. Okay? So this journey is designed to prepare your artistic identity, show you the very step by step of how to release, write, and produce your first song, how to put together a show, how to be able to sustain in your daily life the consistency required to be an artist, and how to actively do it, how to book shows, how to make a music video. um, what's cool about this is that it's a community, so it's full of artists just like you. We actually have some in this call that are inside the community and are actively working on their art and now working on their final project. Seva is one of them, and right now he's about to film his first short film, and that's his big final project. So come join us if that's something that interests you. You can learn more information in the description, and I will also be sending out all the links to, talk to me if you have questions about this journey, if you have questions about this experience and what it entails. I'm happy to answer them. I don't bite, I promise. And let's do it, okay? Your art deserves a place in the world, and I am here to hold your hand every step of the way. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you soon, okay? Bye.